everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Smith's Chiefs. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Again, it's Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
When Derek Johnson entered the league as a first-round draft pick, he was known as an outside linebacker with a lot of speed. He's evolved into one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete here on
That's a
3rd
touchdown
down.
to catch it.
Trying to
Damn,
get it there to
hurt.
Martavis Bryant. Now 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. You don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big
I don't know how
play.
he dropped it.
That's going to
crazy.
hurt.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. In motion is Coates. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Roethlisberger is just not a scrambler.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the I. They'll send Macklin in motion left. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock. Smith being chased out left. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
All right, capitalize on that turnover. Let's go. Time to stop him again. A little laggy though. That's all good. At least the kick didn't come down like NASCAR.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They come out here in the eye. On second down, it's Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste. Gives him fuel for the next season, though, because remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records. Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Shift together here from the D-line. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught at the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go.
Now a Wildcat look. It's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Out to his left. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Ladarius Green, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's brought down after a good gain. 30 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Under, force.
From the 50, it's Smith. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for
Oh, he's done. Fucking retard. Can't fucking tackle in the backfield. Fuck off.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On first down, Smith. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland
Why?
Browns.
Why did you fall,
Let's
idiot?
go.
Hey, from worst to first.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
3, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. 4, 45. Move over. 3, 3, 3, 3. Move 45.
And Smith saw something he didn't like. He's going to take a timeout.
Nope, just
They'll
ran
have
out of
2
time.
remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
Why does it do
At the
that?
end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the
shit.
final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The ball
whatever.
in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Pro Bowler is a rookie, Marcus Peters, there on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll go again with Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Going up top. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come out here in the eye. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Bell. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out come the Chiefs now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, move 45. Move 45.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
3, 3, 3, 3.
Lagging like a bitch.
Under. Force.
On 1st and 10, Smith eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Man in motion right, Antonio Brown. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
You know, on these types of plays,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion right is Brown. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's got time. Now he's going to throw it deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And that is no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now, tie game, I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter.
Yo, your connection is laggy as fuck.
Second half starts with a run by Jamal Charles.
Oh, come on.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this time,
drive me mad if I did plays what you're giving it.
At the 31-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. About 3 yards there to the 27. Robert Golden, the one who got him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. But guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like
you
to
like
keep
a
carrying it,
Lagggg
thank you.
lifter? Is that what you're doing? Making the internet shit? That's how you can win. Good for you.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Everybody watching on
Halfback
YouTube,
motion.
you see that shit. You lagging it out.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this is caught at the 8. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And the back goes into motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 4th down, Smith.
Overthrow, come on.
Incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant taking it in. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach.
I'd be frustrated.
Because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The play clock's running down. Throwing is Smith. Buying time to his left. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Play clock winding down. On first down, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, it's Smith. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone.
Can't pick my players, it's so fucking laggy.
Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 56 yards.
I gotta block your
and
ass. I can't play you again.
Add on to their lead.
There's no way your internet can hold up with me.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. A strong running. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. In motion is Coates. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And able to find Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This is Bell. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 3rd down now following the run. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They come out here in the eye. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him.
Fucking frustrating. Your internet is so frustrating.
Running back, that's Bell. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target.
Playing this guy with some shit internet.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their
fucking
own
internet's so
because
crap.
they understand how tight
Like
windows are
I'm trying to
there,
pick plays
how
and
many
shit.
bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
It's so horrible. It's frustrating. Huh?
This will be the 8th play of the drive.
Like it's just all
It's
jittery
3rd
and shit.
7. Bryant spread out to the right.
Look at this shit. I'm not even sure if you can see it. What?
Here's Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The
Like
screen good
legit,
for
like
6, but
it's
it's not
chopping
enough
like the
as
whole
it leads
time.
to a 4th down. The
How does
offense
he do it?
staying out. They're
Why
going
would
to
you
go
wanna play
on
with this
4th and
shit?
2. They'll go for it with Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's
It's just hard. Like you can't like get a good.
for them, right?
You can't get a good like the plays. You can't pick
up the first down.
It's just frustrating,
Didn't
man.
get it there. All credit to the defense.
I should have just quit
Usually, even
because
if they
this
know he's
fucking
coming, he
guy's
can't be
internet's so
stopped.
crap.
And they got it
I don't
done
even
on
care
that
about
play.
losing. I want a good game. It's
In motion, the
not full of
tight end,
fucking
Kelsey.
choppiness and stuttering
The
and
Steelers
shit.
put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their
No,
first. They've
it's
got 2 more to
bad,
use
though.
here in the
Holy.
final stages.
I played bad, but this is like at least the top 3. You can play through some
Looking to
lags. I
jam
don't know
the
how this
receivers
guy
at
must
the
have
line
it
here.
steady.
Press coverage look
I bet
defensively.
if I look at his record,
In
it's probably
motion
not that
goes the
good.
tight end.
He's probably getting disconnected all the time because it's so shit. I can't. I'm hiking the ball. It's not hiking.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30.
Touchdown. I do that.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89
I'm surprised I didn't even get my field goal because it's so
And the
shit.
Chiefs are an extra point away from
Actually, no,
tying
I'm
up
not
this
trying. I'm
football
not really
game.
getting it. The
Love
wind's kind of
excitement
blowing
we
it back
got
into
going
play.
here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it.
And that's gotta stop him.
They're
He
really
keeps bombing
going
it
to
out to
gambling
fucking
move.
Antonio Brown.
What do you do in this
That's his
situation?
that's the main,
You kick the
the main
PAT.
thing.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. And now out come the Steelers. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play.
That's
But if
why I
they
run the ball,
don't, it's hurry up to the
bomb
line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
My man busted
Jarvis
through good.
Jenkins. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now it's Roethlisberger surveying the field. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football, but the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Green, the tight end, in motion.
Didn't he? What?
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Finding time. He's going to air one out.
Fuck.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield.
This is like my
to the
Super Bowl, and I
45.
refused to kick field goals. And if I would have kicked them, I could have won.
We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
That was me, man.
That'll leave them with just
Refused
one
to kick field
remaining in
goals,
this
and
fourth
I lost
quarter
because of
play.
that.
Another pistol look here. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Over the middle here to Brown.
No, he didn't kick a field goal.
And he
Fuck him.
takes this one down all
He got in
the
the
way
field goal
near the
range.
30.
And this
hold
fucking
everything
laggy
here. We're
internet.
going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, man. Intercepted. Don't fucking jump up for it.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback.
It don't really matter. Even if it goes down to third down, he'll fucking just kick a field goal.
Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. So they do get it across for the game-winning touchdown, barring, of course, something crazy happening on the kickoff.
So if we take the crazy out of it, that's the way you close a game out.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
I'm not going to win this.
Stopping the clock.
It's lagging and it's overthrown. You just can't. How do you beat people with fucking all this lag? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna draft tonight because I don't think Jermaine's on. I think he went to bed.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay.
It goes lagging again.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Kelsey out in the slot right. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
It'd be different if like it wasn't lagging. It'd be at least a good game. But damn, you can't call this a good game. It's like stuttering and all this shit being. Hey, where's Sal? Oh, there's Sal.
One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past.